Trigger warning. The following content may discuss sensitive topics such as mental health, abuse, violence. Please proceed with caution and take care of yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to step away.
It's horrible, let alone actually that being sent to a person. And even now, I don't believe that Elphaba should be told to unalive themselves. I know there's accounts and stuff that still come around and say it and things like that, but they're not to do with awareness pages. I've been with the awareness people. I've been with Riley, I've been with Emma, I've been with Irish, I've been with Joshy, I've been with Ollie, I've been with Jamie. None of the unaliving accounts are associated with them. We don't like them either, but unfortunately they do exist. And then I started talking Elphaba private. They asked me for my Insta and that. Now, in fairness, they did not actually know my age at this point. They were just asking if I had Instagram and stuff like that. And I'm not really an Instagram person, so I made one just to talk to Elphaba on at the time. And then Elphaba was just sort of asking me things like, do you like Pokemon? Do you like Wicked? And stuff like that. And I'm like, I've never really watched Wicked. And, Pokemon, I'm a 95 baby. I've seen and heard of Pokemon. I've played it, of course I have. So Elphaba kept saying to me to keep an eye on this, keep an eye on that. I found out obviously they were heavily involved with watching Reddit. They were obsessed with the Exposed at the time. And obviously when they went live, when they got hate, as you lot know, they would shout for the mods. And back then I was Robin, and I'm not proud of that, but I was. So if you were around back then, you would have heard yourself how many times Elphaba spoke to me like crap because I weren't modding, or I accidentally muted like the wrong person when the chat was being spammed with hate. Like, it was very publicly attacking me when it weren't going their own way, basically. So I would message him and I'd be like, okay, I know you get a lot of hate. I've got to go have chemo today. All the best. If you go live, do sub chat and all that. I always push for sub chat, but Elphaba never listens. And then there was a time that Elphaba just decided to go live anyway, and it weren't going their way as per usual, and they were starting to have a meltdown. It weren't any objects involved, it was just a normal, pretty much smashing up the room. And then I got spammed messages ripping 7 colours into me because I wasn't modding. And I said to them, I'm literally at chemo, I can't mod. And they were like, no, I need mods, you're the only mods around, I need you to come in the live and all of this. And I'm going, you're absolutely fucking bonkers. Like, I couldn't believe that Elphaba died. I sat there and I was crying my eyes out while having chemo. Because, in fairness, you're vulnerable as you are when you're in that stage. And then I was being ripped into for basically having chemo. And I couldn't get my head around that. And then Elphaba deliberately ignored me for a week. And then, like, when I went on the Liar 2 mod afterwards, I had my, mute and block responsibilities took away. So I literally just had the badge and nothing. It was literally their form of punishment because I didn't mod while having chemo. And it weren't the first time and it weren't the last time that Elphaba ripped into me because I went around because I had either a checkup, a scan, or the actual drug itself. TikTok shot. You got to bear with me, sorry, I'm literally nervous as hell. So,
trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning, sorry about that one. So, I have people message me, Elpha's this, Elpha's that, and I said, in fairness, I get that, if you send me some proof, I'm happy to walk away. And a lot of people didn't send proof, which backhandedly makes you support the person more, because it just seems like what they're saying is true. People are attacking them for no reason and they've got no proof to back it. They're just hating because they can. So I did unfortunately support her more, and I said, if you need anything and that. I was asked to look into people like Jenny Johnson. I was asked to find where she lived, where she was about, if she visited this place or that place regularly, who her family were. I was asked to look into every detail of Jenny going. They wanted the full address, and because I refused to obviously get Jenny's address, I'm aware at the time she was a mother, I then got shouted at, so basically saying, so you don't care if I myself. And I'm like, no, I didn't say that. But Jenny's a mum, I'm not going to go out my way to find her address just because you two have whatever's going on. And yet again, I got hate for that the whole time, and just shit, basically. And then I got asked to find out, because there was a person that took pictures of him outside Jay's house or something, and they said, oh, I need you to find out who it was, what the name is, and where they live. And I'm like, how do you expect me to do that? But because I said, how do you expect me to do that, again, I was a bad person. I was like, okay. And then they wanted me to dig into the inspector when they appeared. They wanted me to find where Exposed live and what he did for a living, his real name, his address, even the children's names, because apparently Exposed had children. Now, I'm not 100% sure if they do or not. And it was just literally unbelievable, the things they were asking me to do. And then because I refused to expose these people like that, I would then get told that they, were S-baiting, well, they S-baited me. They said that they were going to SH and things like that because I wouldn't dig up these people's private information. Now, unfortunately, because it's back at the Robin times, no, I don't have the proof of this because I ended up stepping away as Robin. One, after Exposed showed me the chat with the minors. I mean, if that in a wake-up call, I don't really know what is. And two, because my mental health got so bad, and despite obviously I was already going through cancer at the time as it was, that I actually went into I'm trying to think the way to word this for TikTok. I went into a dark place that Elphaba knows that I attempted before, and it was basically a case of either I left or I attempted again, and I had to walk away for that. So Elphaba didn't know why I walked away. I just kind of ghosted, and obviously I finished my cancer treatment. I'm in remission now. Everything's great on that part. I'm lucky, and I've met so many beautiful people in that journey, and Elphaba does not understand the depth of that.
Yeah.
And the stuff the hate that I got for going through that because I weren't digging up things or modding, I can't even put into words to try and explain to you. So I left for a bit, I went in remission, and I was fortunate enough to have another child. Although I got told that I'll be infertile, so literally that baby's a massive blessing to me.
And he is the cutest, chubbiest little bean ever.
Oh, definitely. And I come back to one of Elphaba's lives one time, and I was watching it, and I sort of saw how they were baiting people like mad, and it was me sort of act. And I just thought, I've spoken to so many people that you have deeply affected, me being one of them. You don't have the right to say you're perfect. You don't have the right to use transphobic as your way to get out of everything. So I spoke to an ex-mod. I won't name them because if I name them, you'll be able to find them probably easier, and I don't want that for them. But I was quite close with them, well, I still am. And I spoke to them quite a bit, They were there for me while I was having my chemo, and they kicked off to me in messages saying, how can they say that to you on live and everything like that. And they had to be took away from modding because their mental health went really bad, and they're normally mentally strong, like, oh, I can handle anything kind of thing, and I generally believe that about that person. And their partner had to take them away because they were literally up all day, all night, just modding, making themselves ill, like absolutely terrified they were going to get doxxed. Because of where the thing, like because of where they work.
You need to take a break, my love. We will take a break.
No, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, don't panic. Take a breath. don't be panicking.
Because of his work, if he got doxxed, then the life would be over. But unfortunately, due to how much they were becoming mentally ill, they were not going to work, and they were calling in saying, "Oh, I can't come in today," stuff like that, because their mental health took such a spiral. And I know that their relationship also took a strain. Like, this person almost had their life ruined out of fear, out of feeling guilty. Like, they thought that they had to stay awake all the time to get rid of all the nasty comments, because if Elphaba then did something, it was on them. Even though I said it ain't on you, but because Elphaba manipulated this person so much, they generally felt like if anything was to happen to them, it was the mod's fault for not being there at the time. And it absolutely broke my heart. And then in the time when I was just Robin, you know, I messaged people that were affected by the lies, you know, I apologised. There was this girl that she battled, and she was so sweet, bless her, she had additional needs. And Elphaba battled her. This girl was so ecstatic, like, oh my god, this is Elphaba. She was squealing on some rooftop sort of thing. And it made your heart melt. Even though you knew what Elphaba was, her reaction was so honest and pure. And I went over to her live because I knew that she would be getting hate, she'd be getting attacked, and unfortunately she was, and it was heavy. People were saying that she shouldn't be on the planet anymore and things like that, all because she liked Elphaba. And after the battle, luckily it went well and Elphaba didn't say anything horrible to him, which was literally the first time that I experienced that myself with Elphaba. Normally they get a bit lippy or something. I waited for the numbers to go down, and I jumped in this girl's box and I said, I'm so sorry. Like, I get that that was a lot. And she was torn. Like, she was still ecstatic that she managed to meet Elphaba in her eyes and talk to Elphaba, but she was also just so confused because of her additional needs. She didn't understand why people were saying that she shouldn't be on the planet anymore for liking someone. And I was livid, like, beyond it. I don't know if it's the mum in me or because this girl ended up crying her eyes out to me, bless her. I said to Elphaba on the message, because I knew it dropped down at the top of their phone, I said, box me now. I jumped in Elphaba's box and I was literally seething. And if a few of you have been around from that time, you might remember. And I was literally kicking off. I said, that poor girl has been messaged so much hate. All the comments were filled with it. All because of a person, like, you know, she don't understand, she don't know, she's got additional needs. All she saw to her was someone that she really liked. And Elphaba was like, see, this is what I have to deal with. This is my life and how I have to cope. And I'm going, well, no, I'm not talking about that, about you. I'm saying that that poor girl is literally, her inbox will be filled. I know them inboxes. I know them messages. The amount of times I got told to not be on this planet anymore. I know what she had to suffer with. And Elphaba did not care. And then I got out the box because I was going to say something I probably shouldn't. And this girl come in the comments and she was sent little green hearts, so I pinned it and Elphaba completely ignored her. And I never wanted to headbutt my phone screen so much in that time. I did stay in this girl's inbox for a while, and you know, I spoke to her and made sure she was alright and that. She did unfortunately find the messages, and unfortunately she did read them. I tried to advise her not to, but to be fair, you know, I would, if people were sending me all hate messages, I mean, well, I did. People were telling me not to be on the planet anymore, and I still read it. I'm not going to try and say that I didn't. I'm not perfect, and, you know, curiosity gets the better of you. Thank you, everyone. Honestly, I'm trying not to look at my phone. So obviously I left, and then I decided to come back as Violet after meeting Heather. So she's my bad influence, it's her fault.
Yeah, that's right, blame me for everything.
Oh, I am. But I'd also seen a few, obviously, SH baiting and S baiting lives, and I thought, you know, something's got to be done, something different, something that we haven't approached before. And I get there's loads of awareness on Elphaba, I get there's loads of videos and this, that and the other, but I also understand there's a lot of rumours, there's no proof to back it. It's like the cease and desist, so many people were like, is it, isn't it? Because we know people do fabricate things, and it might be because they just want Elphaba took down so badly that they think if they make something convincing enough it will work. And I understand if that is the case, but at the same time, it ruins the people that do come with proof. because then when we say this is our proof, they go, well, how do we know it ain't been edited or it hasn't been AI'd or made up and all of that? So I don't know why people fabricate it, but please, for the sake of the awareness pages, don't. And I know I probably won't get listened to and stuff, but it just makes me feel better saying that. But in the time that I was Violet, I managed to obviously get Mod Badge back, and I was on a mission to obviously block minors. I'd go through the viewers. Like, I didn't really mod. I'd block a few people so it looked like I was doing something, but I was mainly looking out for minors. And then if, you know, someone in the comments were going, like, I'm going through a hard time, I'd message them, like, you okay? And I'd stay in their inbox for a bit and just make sure that, you know, everything's all right, they're coping okay, if they've got support and stuff like that. And then obviously there was a few mods that were going through a hard time that I've spoken to, and I'm happy to say because I know not everyone's aware, and I know Elphaba's pissed about it, which makes me so happy. Ailey is not involved with Elphaba anymore. She is away from Elphaba. She's doing so well. We are all so proud of her. And she did a little sneaky post that I found of a video that was confronting Elphaba, and literally from someone who's been through what Ailey's been through with Elphaba. Like, that is a huge step for her, and I could not be prouder of her for that.
No, I'm so proud of her for that. Like, I'm so glad. Just a little back. It was just a little back comment, and I was like, yes, you go, girl.
Honestly, the little clap back was amazing. And if you lot have not seen Ailey's little video at Elphaba, please check her profile. For someone who endured so much from Elphaba, and she went through a lot, and Elphaba was in their messages when she was 17 years old. Now, I got a lot of messages from Elphaba regarding... Now, I don't know the ins and outs of this. Some of you might. So I'm just going to say what I've been told, which might not be true, but this is Elphaba's words. But it's all I know about it. I did try searching it, but I think it's a case of if you weren't there, then you don't know the full story. So Elphaba's messaged me quite a lot about someone called Jordan and how they groomed her at 17, and that they apparently are not a good person themselves and disappeared off the app and this, that and the other. I'm not going to go into why apparently Jordan isn't a good person because there's no proof behind it, so I don't want to do an Elphaba and basically go this person's this, that and the other. And Elphaba says how much it mentally done them damage that, you know, they were groomed at 17 and stuff like this. So the fact that they groomed Ailey at 17 just breaks my heart, because you're going around basically saying, oh, you know, it done me so much damage, oh, I couldn't cope with it, oh, you know, it's part of why I do blah 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 that I do to my arms today. And you deliberately did that to an individual. Now, we know that Elphaba's groomed others, it's not new news, I get that, but we don't have voices. A lot of people that have said that, you know, Elphaba's groomed someone, there is not a lot of proof behind it, or the individual that is unfortunately a victim hasn't spoken up, and it's so difficult when a victim doesn't speak up. And I know it sounds horrible in a sense, but the reason I say that is because if they disappear and just tell someone, and then that person tells someone, and then that person tells someone, Elphaba can spin it. And the more you let Elphaba be able to spin things and manipulate things and use it as a victim complex, saying, see, there's no proof behind it, if that was true I would have been arrested and stuff, the more people feel sorry for them. And then it just plays people into their hands. And I was one of them, you know, I didn't see proof, so I felt more bad for Elphaba, thinking, you know, this person must really be suffering because these people make up so many lies. We need to back things a lot more if we're going to say them, because when Elphaba has stuff that she knows that there's proof behind, she panics. And a lot of the chat between me and her has since been deleted. There is so much blue where I sent messages replying to theirs that it's just been all that's been deleted and the voice notes been deleted, they are panicking.
I managed to get most of the voice notes on that recording, I think.
Yeah, like all of the voice notes are pretty much gone. I think the only ones that stayed around was the ban ones. So I presume Elphaba, you know, maybe wants that to be announced. So for that reason, I'm not saying about it, because otherwise I would have deleted them voice notes. But it's a lot that I've been through with Elphaba, and then lately they were SH baiting me. They would tell me that they were going to do it, or they did do it. I got told that they've been in hospital, they've been in an ambulance, and all of that. And I know a lot of it is fabricated. And I even got told, now this one's my favourite, because it hasn't been broadcasted on live yet. Elphba's, I think, trying to keep this one for a rainy day. Apparently they were having hallucinations and hearing voices in their head.
Yeah, it was Emma's. It was Emma's voice, most likely.
Oh, yeah, more than likely. I mean, Maria loves Emma. And I literally...
I love
try
you,
not to
Maria.
laugh.
Oh, I love you. When can we meet?
I know for a fact Maria and Elphaba are both listening. I know for a fact that Elphaba is very heavy on Reddit. Every post you lot make on Reddit, Elphaba's there. Elphaba's reading. The amount of, have you seen Reddit? Can you check into this? Can you look into this? I got you lot literally drive me insane with your Reddit posts. I hear all about them. But there's something that I did ask Elphaba to do that I think is probably going to cause a bit of half and half response. Now, despite Elphaba's reputation, I did ask them if one time they would say something on live about cancer for me. Reason being is something that I would like to just push out there while I've got 300 of you with it. Is what I wanted Elphaba to do was literally just say on live one lie that is said about cancer, and they say if it doesn't move and it doesn't hurt, then get it checked. If it does move or it does hurt, then it can't be cancer. That's not true. I found mine from literally a stabbing pain, and then when it was examined, it was movable. Like, you could literally move it left, right, up, down, whatever, because it wasn't in the tissue, it was in a duct. So it could be moved, it could be manipulated. And I wanted so hard for Elphaba to at least use their platform for something good once, you know. I mean, technically it would have made them look like a bit more human if they were trying to use that platform for something good. And I know some people will be like, you know, Elphaba shouldn't have the rights or shouldn't be allowed to talk about stuff like that, and I get that. But at the same time, that lie that people say it doesn't move and it don't hurt, then look into it, will cost a lot of people their lives. And it's not true. And from it moving and hurting is exactly how I found mine. So I want people to get anything checked. You know, if you find anything suspicious or unfamiliar or something that, you know, you don't think was there before, get it checked. Don't matter if it moves, don't matter if it hurts. It can happen, and it is always worth checking on something suspicious, and that is all I wanted Elphaba to do. And I was delightfully ignored for days because of that, I believe. They refused to use their platform to spread just that little bit of information that could potentially save lives. Because I thought if it moved and it didn't hurt, I let mine stay around, thinking that it was nothing. I mean, I even had a nurse say to me it was my hormones, that, you know, you have your monthly cycle and it'll disappear. And we're talking about a relatively good lump that you could probably hold in your palm. But I just wanted them to use that. I don't know if it's me being desperate in the sense that I wanted someone like Elphaba to put that on their platform, but I just said, you know, I would love if you could talk about that and just, you know, get rid of that belief that if it moves or if it hurts then it can't be, because it can be. And Elphaba just outright refused and ignored me. And then the next message I got from the individual was one of the times they were asking me to do them a favour by looking into Reddit. And I'm also found out since then that apparently Elphaba has lied about the sea or having the sea. Now, I'm not sure about that. I haven't heard more than that. And I would like to think no, but I know Elphaba enough to go, yeah, probably. Charlie, piss off. Sorry, Charlie's literally just making herself known.
Play Queen.
That is pretty much my experience with Elphaba in a nutshell. I do have a few people that asked me, or said, hey Chloe, said that I can show their messages. I have cropped them, which I will do. I know that we have a lovely lady who does awareness on Elphaba. She would like to join the box at some point. I don't know if she's here. I think she is, because I did tell her it'd be 8 o'clock. And I know obviously she would like to come up. I don't know if we want to do everyone talking first and then the screenshots, or if we just do talking and post the screenshots, or what people think would be best to do.
There we go. I think what we should do now is we should let the cam tours up whilst you do the screenshots, so then they can ask questions, stuff like that.
That sounds good. I mean, they're not all in order, so you're going to have to bear with me. I do have children.
No problems. You know what you're doing, girl?
Yeah, let me go.
Right, you do your thing.
Cam tours want to request the boxes and I'll get you up.
Everyone but Riley. Riley's just shifty. I don't trust that one.
Riley's a good boy.
There. Anyone has any questions of anything before we get to the screenshots?
All right.
Oh, why? See, I said not to allow him up.
Too late. Nah.
So I deal with it now.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, creators.
Hello, my love. How are you?
How are you doing, creators? We haven't heard you for so long, my love. How are you doing?
I know, I was taking a little break. TikTok messed up my account by changing my username over, so that was fun. So yeah, took a little break, but I'm back. How are you?
I'm fine, my love. As crazy as ever. You know me.
Yeah. Of course, of course.
Thank you, everyone, for the comments, honestly.
You did great.
I'm still sort of worked up, but it's alright. There's a lot of you in here, you know? I like being in the comments.
Right,
It's nice and safe down there.
I mean, you all met Emma. She's feral. She's traumatising.
I am literally gonna say that we work in rotation, so can creators Gone Wild go first for some questions, and then we'll go in order. So if everyone can mute, that'll be beautiful. Thank you.
Yes. So yeah, thank you for having me on, and thank you for the gifts, everybody. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Obviously being the owner of the Reddit page, I'm quite curious to know the kind of things that Elphaba was asking. And was there a lot of asking you to maliciously report things?
It was so like one time they thought they got caught on. Why am I reliving this? So one time they thought that they got caught on Grindr, and I had to give a good old sniff and Reddit and find any proof or any screenshots of the messages. So that was fun. One time, apparently, on Reddit, it was said that, I've got to think how to word this, Elphaba was on corn. Apparently, videos were leaked, and it was said about on Reddit, someone messaged them. So when I said Reddit was clean, I was asked to then look onto corn itself and try and find if any truth was behind it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which was absolutely fun.
Yeah.
They look at everything on there. I know that they check Reddit multiple times a day, and they will say to me, oh, have you seen this on Reddit? Have you seen that on Reddit? And stuff like that. So from what my understanding is, multiple times a day they do check it.
Wow. Big fan by the
Yeah.
sounds of it.
And then if someone new appears, so like when Riley appeared or whatever, I would then be messaged, find out who they are, find out where they live, find out what they do for a living, if they've got kids and all of this sort of stuff.
I mean, the whole kids thing as well is just very concerning. I mean, what do the kids have to do with it?
I was always asked to find out about the kids in reference to Jenny Johnson's. I was asked to find out what school they went to, because
Wow.
then it would find like an area where Jenny lived, which was beyond extreme, and obviously goes without saying that I didn't. They asked about my children, what they were into, what they liked and stuff like that. Would they see them as a threat if they were to meet?
Wow.
Quite confusing sort of stuff, and it was always out of the blue kind of thing, so I don't know if they saw something that kind of sparked it off or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know if like maybe something on Reddit made them think, like Reddit saying something like, oh, you know, they shouldn't be near children, and then Elphaba asked me, would you trust me near your children or something. I can't figure out Elphaba's way of thinking.
Yeah, wait, I'm sorry, excuse me, what person Teen Transit says your children going to be alright around me unless they know? Oh my god.
Yes,
Yeah.
Inspector, hello.
Oh my god, the inspector.
Yeah, that's very, very scary that they would even ask you to do that. And just also as a whole, treating you like their own private investigator when you have so much going on in the background is just disgusting, to be honest. Just taking no consideration for what you've got going on and asking you just to do those extreme things and find people's children. That's really scary.
And it was always a case of, so it isn't me revealing anything. Jenny Johnson, you know, we all know she does have children, and if you follow her, you do know. And they would always criticise like the parenting and go, you know, this is apparently a mum and they're doing all this and they're stalking me and harassing me. What kind of mother figure is that? And things like that. And I was always like, unless you're a parent, I don't really understand where you think you can judge for a start. And even other parents, you know, we all do things differently.
Mm-hmm.
But it was always the parenting was judged. Like, you'll probably hear about mine, and my parenting will probably be brought into this. You know, I do have 4 children. Yes, my husband is currently with them. You know, I've worked it around my children. It's not something I usually do, hence why I'm not normally in boxes.
Yeah, it's just a common theme for them, to be honest. They've always done it. They've always mentioned, treated the word mum in like a really derogatory way, and they kind of allude to the fact that if you are a parent, that you shouldn't be on TikTok. You should be, you know, never on TikTok. You're not allowed any spare time, your own time. It's, you know, I've heard them mention that before, and I think I posted a video of them saying that quite a while back, and I was shocked at that. It really annoyed me.
Because it's the pure fact of parents need to be basically, in his eyes, watching the children 24/7, when a lot of us have partners who watch the kids, or will go on when the kids are napping, when the kids are in school, or when the kids are in bed. We have free time. Do you know what I mean? We do this in our free time.
Hang on, you have free time?
I know, isn't it shocking?
How dare you have free time?
I know. Oh,
This is my free time. This is my free time right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, kids go to bed early, you know, like you say, they have naps or they're in like nursery or school. It's, yeah, to criticize parents saying that they shouldn't be on TikTok is just crazy.
Well, it's like if a minor's caught gifting them, they go, well, the parents should be keeping an eye on them and what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's not their fault, and it's not because they don't have it under 18 or whatever. And by the way, there is a way to always check if their live's 18 plus. If you try and watch their live when not logged in on TikTok, which I can do on like things like my laptop, then if their live loads up, they're not an 18 plus live. If their live obviously comes up with a warning, you have to be logged in because there's content featured on it that you have to be at 18 plus for, then they have 18 plus on. They have 18 plus their profile, but not their live. No, Maria the Mod is not his mum. Now, I would love to say it was, because it would make it a lot more easier. Maria the Mod, she sympathises with Elphaba a lot, and she's very deep with Elphaba. Elphaba can't do nothing wrong. Elphaba's an angel. Elphaba's perfect. And I have tried reaching out to them, and I got the whole, I'm not mad at you, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. It's just a really, again, a common theme with moderators. You know, they all get treated like this, I feel like, and eventually they do see the light, luckily. I think pretty much every single moderator has seen the light. With Maria the Mod, did she used to be a mod a while ago, and then she kind of disappeared and has come back?
So Maria the Mod, as far as I'm aware, she's relatively new. She's only been around properly for a month as a mod, but she was around quite a bit supporting. Like, I always saw in the comments like doing green hearts or saying deep breaths or whatever when Alpha got worked up. Apparently she's been around for a while. She messaged Alpha back in, it was either May this year or May last year. I'd have to check my messages to confirm with that one. But Elphaba, unmods them, saying that, I don't trust you, and then mods them again because they want help, and then removes them as mod. And I said to Maria the Mod, I said, this isn't okay, this isn't normal, this isn't acceptable. And they're like, I was their age once, and I trust issues, I totally get it.
The thing is, though, as well, is sometimes to, should we say, mentally vulnerable people and vulnerable people in general, having a mod badge can mean so much to them. It can mean they're important, it means they're thought about, and having that taken off them, it can affect them. I know to some people, a mod badge is a mod badge, but to others, it's everything. It means that creator sees them, it means that creator likes them, that creator wants to have conversations with them, and that means a lot to them. So when a mod badge is taken away, to some people who think like that, it can be soul destroying. It can destroy their world. It can possibly even send them into a mental health crisis. Yeah, it gives them status, it gives them purpose.
He does get upset very personally when Elphaba goes, right, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
But then she will go, I was that age once and I didn't trust people, so I get it.
Yeah, I've seen some moderators, is exactly as you say, Heather, really affected by it, and they end up like spamming the chat saying, why have you taken me off? And you can see that they're clearly a vulnerable person, and they've been messed with like that, which isn't okay.
Is there anything we can see some receipts, if possible?
Yeah. I have. So the only catch with it is I haven't organised them, and I haven't been able to remove certain words simply because I haven't been able to sort of sit there for hours and do it. I would have liked to, don't get me wrong, but if it's, I don't know if I'll get narnered for it. I'm going to risk it anyway. They're not necessarily.
Can we have the moderators at full health with the trigger warnings, please?
They're going in now. They're going in.
Yeah, it's going to be Elphaba topics.
It's going to be personal. It's going to be, triggering. And as always, please protect your mental health.
If this gets a bit too much for anyone, please come out of the live.
This is a 5-minute warning, so you've got 5 minutes, okay? Because, I don't want anyone getting triggered, so you've got 5 minutes. So continue talking.
While things are getting loaded up, Violet, take a breath. How are you feeling? More comfortable in live?
Oh my god, I didn't even see you all the way up there.
Not as bad as I was at the beginning, I'll give it that.
You're doing great. Keep going.
I know that there's obviously a lot of people that will be like skeptical. I know that there's people who is going to go, I call BS on this and stuff like that. I can't prove my story with Elphaba. I can't prove the timeline with everything. Like with the Robin messages between me and Elphaba, I did delete them, but it was because my mental health was so bad. I just wanted to get rid of everything to do with them.
Which is understandable, because I've done the same regarding past groups. Like, there's so much stuff that could be useful to this day, but because of mental health reasons, it's just delete, 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 delete.
Yeah, I do literally regret it so much. I've tried doing the whole retriever messages thing, because apparently if you download your data from Instagram, you might be able to get some scraps and stuff like that. And unfortunately, it just comes back with the active chats that I already have going.
Yeah, I think it will just be your own data that will be retrieved, unfortunately. Not
I did
like their
try, but
messages.
it's just infuriating in the term of there's no way to retrieve. Or it would have been a lot easier, but unfortunately I can only give my... But like I say, a lot of how Elphaba spoke to me and treated me was on live. So if you watched from like J time onwards, and you remember someone known as Robin, who was a moderator for Elphaba, then you will understand and know what I'm referring to in the term of when I got shouted at and how I got spoken to.
Because you were my arch nemesis.
I love you. Yes, I did mute and block a lot of you. A lot of you have personal beef with Robin. I'm so sorry.
I do. That day you told me that you were Robin, I was like, oh, bitch.
Yeah, we almost lost our friendship and everything on that. Heather was like,
I was like, oh, fun Robin.
I know, I am sorry. But Elphaba did always publicly attack me. Like, they would never privately message me and go, I'm not happy with something you did or whatever. It always was public. So if you was around for Robin and you watched the lives quite a bit from Jay onwards, I'm sorry that I blocked you. Then you would have heard how Elphaba spoke to me.
I think a lot of us have been victim of Robin.
I know, we will set up Robin's victims at some point where you can all see who got muted and blocked the most, just so we can give a trophy to the top one.
You took out like 50 of my burners.
Oh yeah, I'll make sure to look out for you.
Sorry, can I quickly...
But Robin was kind to me.
Okay, sorry. Are we ready?
Can I quickly just ask, because I've seen a few people mention in the comments, do you know what happened to Heartline?
No. One moment they were in the lives and they were now and then put in green hearts. The last I probably remember is when Elphaba said that they were going to sing a song and said, Heartline, if you're listening, this is for you. And then I think they were around for like 2 more lives and then disappeared. Bamberg said that they know what happened to Heartline, so...
Oh. BB knows.
No, I'm not...
Are we ready for this? Are we ready for the message show? Yeah, do you want the comments on or off?
I will see how well I can green screen, because I'm using my laptop for this. I'm known to use my laptop when I get everything out, so...
Yes, I remember your exposures on Janine.
That was personal.
That was perfect. It was amazing.
Right. No, I do not want to...
Yeah, I'll turn the comment section off. Can't really see.
I did have to screenshot some of it from a recording from the chat because Elphaba was panicking and deleting messages, so we had to go through the recording of the chat to retrieve them.
Thank you, Heather. I was struggling then.
That wasn't me.
But I do have quite a bit that is not...
I miss this laptop setup.
We'll just make sure that... Because I know Elphaba's watching, and Maria.
Look, it's me!
Have this and everything, you know, big up Heather. She is also in the little box, Maria. Elphaba, yeah? Right. I'm just making sure you're properly pissed off. One thing that unfortunately I do know, now, hang on, no. Where is it? So, Elphaba put me in a group chat with Maria. That photo is of SH. So unfortunately Maria, I will say, is also actually a victim of Elphaba's antics. Now I know that people ain't necessarily going to agree with that, but Elphaba also said to them, "Oh, I sang in Parliament," and Maria was very easily to believe that. I've just got to try and fucking find it.
I know which one you're on about because I read that screenshot and was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I did send it to you.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of stuff like, so obviously Elphaba's saying this person follows them that follows celebrities and stuff. Maria instantly believes everything that comes out of Elphaba's mouth, and it generally does worry me, because how can you just believe stuff that easily? But I'm going to try and go through this. It's not in order, so we're going to be jumping from topic to topic. I am sorry. I will post these separately, or Cam2 pages can post them, whoever. We will post them in order at some point. But I don't know if anyone knows of Yubo or anything like that. But apparently Elphaba's had an experience with it because of minors or something like that. I thought I would show this anyway, because obviously other people might have more of an understanding what Elphaba's referring to. I don't, but you might. Oh. Please remember the trigger warnings on this. But also, remember what Elphaba is saying. There's a reason also why I'm saying that. It sounds horrible. But just the depth, because it's important to know. I really actually hate showing this, but I will. And apparently from their last live, where they got a bit happy with the kitchen utensil, I was told that they ended up in hospital. And this was also the time where they were doing cameos at 4:40 in the morning, which I think a lot of you will remember. I'm sorry, I just realised that my camera's a tad wobbly. I am on a bed. And this is part of the manipulation that Elphaba would use, which is one of the many reasons Heather decided to blow steam from her ears. It was a way of basically trying to make sure that I didn't do anything that they didn't like, because they do this. And this is more from when they were in hospital. I'm sorry, I know I am probably going quite quick, so screenshot if you need to be able to go back and read it. But like I said, we will post them eventually. I just need to sort through them properly. I did try. And am I still in the box?
Yeah, you are.
Yes. Yeah, you still are, babe.
It's just the whole screen's gone black for me at the moment. Can you still see my thing?
Yeah,
We
we
can
can
see
see
it.
Riley, Riley, whenever you fucking leave, my screen fucks up. Sit there.
Sit still, Riley.
Whenever he drops, everything goes black, so I can't see what's bloody going on.
Now do as you told, Riley. Do you hear me?
I'll try my best.
Now this is in reference to Ailey. Ailey is in the chat, bless her. She's aware of this. I have sent her this. Bearing in mind, this isn't... So like Elphaba says, it's not my business to disclose. And then goes ahead and discloses it anyway. But when they follow it with, I think Ailey is rogue. I'm hoping I've got the other one next to it. No, I haven't. We'll have to go back to that one. So... anyone that knows the minor chat, where Elphaba said obviously inappropriate things to minors, I know it isn't, not everyone's seen it. So Elphaba says that they didn't, the reason that they asked the stuff that they did is because they were uneducated on a woman's menstrual cycle. And that they only became educated, I'm sorry, I can't take it seriously, from Miranda Sings. Now, apparently, me finding it funny wasn't funny. I thought it's fucking hilarious.
That is absolutely hysterical, and I have got endometriosis and PCOS. So yeah, that shit's funny.
It's just like, you can't say that to me and expect me to take it seriously. I'm sorry. This is about Jade. So apparently they posted the poster or something which proves that it's 100% them. Now, I know some of you, again, will understand more of that than what I will, and some of you are more obviously involved with the Jade. Sorry, someone was ringing my phone. Can you still hear me?
We can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Oh, hang on, I can't hear you. That's a problem.
Wait for the phone call to go.
Right. Sorry. So, this is a bit of everyone, really. Apparently, they are going to go for them next. Hang on, let me just try and make it bigger for you. I believe that's Jenny Johnson. Don't hold me to that.
Certainly sounds like her.
Yeah, it's just because you can't really see much of the face.
No, that's
But I was just
that's
going by what
good.
I was shown. So this is, like I said, I asked them to say something about the sea. And as you can see from the dates and stuff like that, there was no response, no acknowledgement, no like, no nothing. It was just full-blown ignored. I did try to title some of these, but I just didn't get round to doing it all. And then this is from their last Happy Live, where they apparently were in an ambo and spent the night in hospital and everything like that. But again, they're mentioning deep. Now, like I said, it's important to remember this. So this is after the hospital trip, apparently. So they've come home from the hospital and apparently done it again. Let me just see if I can... Don't know if that's any better for you lot. And yes, I was sent photos of said injuries, and no, they were not as bad as made out. Very light pink marks, no breaking the skin, nothing. This is more to do with their thing with Jade. Now, they're obviously, I don't know if all of you know, but they're saying that this person, Jenny, that did the posters is Jade, who I believe goes under the Living in Spain name. It was something similar. And my favourite bit is the bottom of these messages. Elphaba says, bullies deserve to be bullied. Which I find quite contradicting coming from Elphaba's mouth. And main thing in his, I didn't want to be cropping images because I know people would go, oh, you know, you've cropped this, you cropped that, like, how do we know what was said before that led up to it? So the main thing is obviously Elphaba's message in this. You're welcome to obviously read my messages. But it's Elphaba saying that they are on rugs that I wanted to show in this. And then again, I got the unalive whole thing thrown at me, which was unfortunately quite regular. This is part of the whole Jordan thing. Again, I'm not fully aware of it. Other people might find this quite interesting to read from Elphaba, but I wasn't around Jordan time. I don't know the ins and outs of Jordan time. I don't know if people want to send this to said Jordan or the background of Jordan. So bearing in mind, they said that Ailey probably SH's and all of that, this was their follow-up to that. So when they were going, you know, please check on her and all that, I'll keep an eye on her and acting all concerned, they then twisted it straight away to their mental health after saying that, oh, I think they SH. So suddenly all this pretend care for Ailey went out the window. And yes, I told Porkies. But the point of me showing this one is you wouldn't do something like this to someone who's SH today and try to H themselves.
That's what's made me flip my absolute lid and said, nope, you're not doing it anymore.
It is literally the manipulation. I've barely shown you anything, but you can literally see how many times I had SH thrown at me and used to, you know, for pity and so that I felt sorry for them and stuff like that, knowing my history. I have told Elphaba is aware that I have attempted before and still carried on to send me this stuff. Yeah, obviously my point of all of this, I was obviously Violet, but Elphaba didn't know at the time, was so that I could try and help get awareness, block some minors, get Ailey out.
And to be my sneaky, sneaky little spy.
And to block the green hearts and facts.
Yes, exactly.
So this is still from their last kitchen utensil live. When apparently, you know, they ended up in hospital, they ended up in quite a bad way. You know. And bearing in mind, don't forget, we had the delightful live a few days ago where Elphaba decided to show said marks. I wouldn't say that was enough to be put in hospital. I don't know about you. That was when obviously Elphaba first told me that they were in hospital, I believe. Again, it's serious and all of that. Now, bearing in mind, we were unfortunately shown these marks a couple of days ago. I would not have said that it was enough to end up in a hospital at all. And I got sent pictures of them as well, which is absolutely great. Sorry, let me just... Like I said, because Elphaba was deleting messages, Heather literally ran through it, screen recording. And some of these have been deleted, so unfortunately I couldn't just screenshot like normal.
I did what I could, I panicked.
This was after the last of broadcasted live of them doing it. So this is apparently behind the scenes and people didn't know. This was, I think, the same day that they showed their arms on live. But it just shows how much Elphaba will say this and blame people like Cam 2 and stuff like that, despite the fact that actually a lot of this is fabricated. Because they are saying how the depth of it was and everything like that, and it was nothing like that at all.
Violet,
Yeah.
you aware that we seen that there was no scarring on the arms?
I do have that. Hold on. Actually, I think that would be... So remember what they were just saying? I don't know, Heather, if you could actually quickly find out when their last Crash Out Live was. Or
What, the one with the utensil incident?
yeah.
What's the date today?
Because I know it certainly wouldn't have been long enough for it to heal as well as said in this photo.
I'm sure it was literally a week ago today.
So
I think it
considering
was
that
a
what
week
they're
ago.
saying about how deep and such, you would still be very obviously wounded.
Yeah.
There would still be bandaging, there would still be aftercare taking place with an open.
There would still be bandages, yeah. There would still be lifted wounds as well. They'd still be lifted, they'd be red, they'd be irritated, as I know, as I used to do this. They would not be healed within a week.
The frustrating part of it, the people that actually suffer.
My deepest one took 3 months to heal. My lightest one took about 6 weeks.
Now, bearing in mind, we're saying that we apparently was in hospital, the depth of it, bandages.
No.
Liar.
The only
Yeah.
problem is doing that, I have now lost where I was. No, that's well.
Sorry, love, I just wanted to make the sort of like catch them up on that bit so you don't have to come back to it. So now the chat now.
I don't know if anyone else knows the background on this. I heard bits of it, but I haven't heard the full extent of it. But all I knew was pretty much what Elphaba said, that apparently someone unfortunately passed from a sound. I believe it caused them to have a reaction. I'm trying to think how to word it TikTok friendly.
So you're talking about the sounds he played that triggered seizures?
Well, no, because this is why I checked, and apparently, you know, so the humming sound when their phone's on charge, apparently that's what done it. But as far as I was aware, it was that particular sound that they played that could have caused seizures to happen.
Yeah, there were a couple that did have seizures.
Yeah, so I was aware.
I have not heard. I have not heard on the grapevine of there actually being a death. I don't know if anyone else has, but I haven't. I don't know. Chat room. No, not chat
I don't know
room.
if it's something Elphaba's just saying for sympathy, or if it is something that was rumoured. I mean, Elphaba is known to make up things to really push the victim card. Blame her. I blame Heather.
What? Why are you blaming me? Sorry, I got in the car. What? What are you blaming me for?
Everything. Now, shh.
Oh, that sounds about right. Okay.
So this is what I got from the last Happy Live. I'm just going to call it Happy Live. You lot know what I mean, but I don't want to keep saying the SH because it is triggering. It's not nice. So just bear with me on that one. But it's blaming Cam2 and blaming ADHD as to why they did it.
Absolute bullshit. It's bullshit. Liar. I'm gonna get some right funny looks because the window's right down in the car and everything.
I'm trying to.
Is there any screenshot that anyone wants to see from the cam tours?
Yeah, so that's more on the girl and the charger noise.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not familiar with that, but
We can put it in order eventually. Sorry, I'm not adding anyone to the boxes just yet.
this part's for Ailey. I did kick off because they did put your name on an Instagram story. It did get deleted in the end, but for I think at least a good hour, Ailey was actually fully doxed.
Fantastic.
But because it said number 2 on the end, it weren't doxing.
What? That's new. Anyway, I'm going to mute while you go through it, love. Sorry.
Sorry, I know that some of them we have gone through already. Like I said, they are not. So this is in reference to Jenny/Jade incident that, you know, Elphaba was saying that they can't go out because of a stalker and stuff like that. So I suggested a poll, probably not the best thing, but, you know, if you're feeling threatened or whatever, just sleep with something under your bed, whatnot. They were like, no, it has to be a knife. TikTok shop, love TikTok shop, 50% off. But they straight went for the option to pretty much put it inside someone rather than, you know, 999, or like I said, like a stick, sort of, you know, if you swung that around, I'm pretty sure someone ain't going to come near you.
They basically they go for violence straight away rather than logical things.
Now, you know how I said, remember the depth?
Yes.
This is why.
Well, isn't that wonderful? We love TikTok shop.
Right, the thing I want to touch
You turned off my microphone, not yours.
sorry. the thing I want to touch on is when it comes to SHing, you don't impulsively do it. 9 out of 10 times you don't realize you're doing it, you know, or sometimes it's not an impulse. And many people in the boxes, many people in the comments, and I know you're all listening, will know that when it comes to that point, you will sit there and fight it and fight it and fight it and fight it until you physically can't fight it anymore and you need a release. But SHing isn't impulsive. You don't just go, oh, you know what, I'm going to do this. You don't. You will sit there and fight it till you're so tired that you just like, right, I'm going to have to do it. I need a relief of some kind of pain. This just proves right here that although, yes, he's on sertraline now, his mental health problems are not as severe as he's making them out to be, and it is a lot for attention more than anything.
It definitely feels like they've got it ready for when they want to do it next on live. So it looks worse than what it is, but they know that they won't get damage from it because they've deliberately got things that won't do damage. So it is like a performance.
The way as well they keep mentioning it over and over again without a second thought that it could be, you know, triggering to you. It's, yeah, it seems like it's all they want to keep talking about.
So this is the follow-up from the hospital. And I said that I saw obviously the post of the cameo where they were caught at 4:41 in the morning doing cameos. It said that that's when they last did a video. Now, bearing in mind, they said, I have a gush on my hand. Now, I don't know about you, but the previous messages showed that it was arm, and also on the live, we, unfortunately, a lot of us witnessed arm. I never knew that the hand was apparently touched. And this is Jade. Now, this is basically, so Elphaba had a van outside their place like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I believe, and they called 999, and Elphaba actually got told off for this. I did get sent a screenshot of the 999 call. They were on the phone for 5-something minutes. Ailey, I don't know if you want to pay attention to this one, my lovely, but it's saying that, well, they're obviously worried in case you expose chats. I'm not sure why. and also that they're saying that you don't have a support system. I don't know the truth in that. Obviously, you know better than we do.
Just want to let you know, Elphaba is live right now talking about us.
Oh, Elphaba! You got your minions. Hi, Kelly. Because I know if Elpha's live, then, you know.
Do we want to switch comments back on and get some questions from the comments?
There is still a lot of screenshots.
Do you want comments on or off?
No, you can put them on.
Guys, you're all free.
I'm just going to pop in real quick and say you guys are doing a beautiful job. Keep going. I'm going to go wreak my special type of chaos. So, bye.
Bye. Have fun.
Oh, see. Oh. There we go. Yeah, Ailey, if you want to get up, babe, you can come up. Only if you feel okay to. I'm still going to go through the screenshots while people talk. And you're welcome to obviously do what you want with them. Hello, my lovely.
Hello, Aileen, my darling.
Hi, Ailey.
Hi guys. Hi. So I want to just say about all the chats about Elphaba talking about me.
Wait,
So
wait,
I've
wait,
got
wait, 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 wait. Sorry, before you do, you're Scottish.
Yeah, I'm Scottish.
Oh my God, I didn't even know.
Right,
I know people think
fan
I'm from
cannon for a
England.
moment. Ailey, take the stage, babe.
That's alright. But no, see the whole thing about Elphaba, right? So I have nothing to hide. I have absolutely nothing to hide, right? So Elphaba has said to me about, oh sorry, wait 1 minute.
Please hold. Like I said, I will carry on going through the screenshots. Yes, I was around for the cease and desist. Elphaba ironically didn't mention much about it. I don't think actually they mentioned anything. And this, I believe, is
Sorry, go on.
Jordan. Go on, Ailey, babe, you're fine.
Sorry, someone came in, but I think someone's just gonna come downstairs for a bit. Sorry, but if I mute,
Sorry,
it's
I'll be
because
back
someone
in
came
2
in.
seconds. Because my signal's going.
Yeah, no, if I mute, somebody came downstairs. So I don't have a house by myself. But
While
no,
I've
I
got
have
you,
not
yeah,
until
can we
yet.
just check, Ailey, from just yourself directly, how old was you when Elphaba first started speaking with you?
17.
Thank you. That is all
17
I'm
years old.
going to
It was
put you
last
on the
year,
spot
around
about.
about
Don't worry.
summertime. That was my own fault though, because I started texting.
But like I showed, there obviously has been stuff spoken about regarding you, how you apparently don't have a support system. Obviously, you know that Elphaba said that apparently you were heavily reliant on drink. You've got the SH and everything as well.
Hmm. So I can actually talk about this. So no, I have not SH'd. I haven't done that to myself, and I would never ever tell Elphaba because I do not trust that person, and many reasons possible. I've been shouted at by Elphaba. Yes, I have. In a live stream when there was comments going on about calling E a P word, and then I kept muting because I felt sorry. And then I got shouted at, and then I accidentally pinned a comment. It wasn't even a bad comment, anyways. I accidentally pinned a comment, and I got shouted saying, don't pin that like that. And I was like, right, no, you don't speak to me like that. I messaged you that day, and I was like, you do not speak to me like that. I don't know what I've done to you. And then completely ignored it, by the way. Completely ignored it.
I think you was about when I got shouted at a few times as well. Me and you were both getting it in the neck quite a few occasions.
No. I didn't know who, like, I know I'm not exactly the victim of any of this. I can actually take the blame for believing E because I've got shown screenshots of everything and I didn't believe it because I felt sorry for E. I
I
was like,
know
oh my
that
God, I feel
Elphaba
bad.
spooked about something in your conversation because they were saying about it, and if Elphaba mentions it, they're worried about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
No, I
hope
don't care
Elphaba
what
is
else
freaking out. I can
mentions.
imagine that they are borderline a crash out and everything.
Oh, I cannot imagine mine getting brought up. Can't. I didn't even know getting into this situation with you. Not gonna lie.
Sorry,
I actually
Amy.
don't. Maria, on the other hand, I didn't have a problem with Maria. I actually got along with Maria really well, but
Funny enough, I do
Elphaba,
believe that Maria is a victim of Elphaba as well.
oh no, for real, for real.
No, I don't
No, I
know
know that.
why they were scared about. I don't know how to say his name properly, so I do apologise. Juan. But they did say to me, "What is he saying in the live with Riley? I'm panicking." And no, Maria does
Oh,
not support Elphaba's behaviour. And Elphaba is also aware that Ailey is being targeted and attacked by this certain
yes,
individual.
I actually, yeah. Look at this, guys. Unbelievable. And then it's been 2 days, nearly 3 days now, and nothing's been posted. I mean, I'm still waiting to get tagged in the video of like getting things shown. Meeting in October. Actually, I can talk about that one. Do you guys want me to talk about the meeting?
Yeah, you're
So
welcome to talk about
basically,
whatever you want to talk about.
Maria has said that she would find a date to meet up with me because Maria wanted to meet up with me. Then we were planning all to go to London in October. Yes, I will fully admit that. Sorry, the screenshot. Um, uh, yeah, they literally did want to meet me, and like I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'm gonna willing to admit that. Yeah, I was literally like, okay, sure, because I thought they were nice people. And then I didn't have a problem with Maria because I actually felt more comfortable with Maria.
Maria
Not most
is,
people would say that about it.
yeah, she's more friendly. When you actually speak to her off live, on live, she just hisses and growls at everyone. The reason, by the way,
Correct.
I'm showing this is that Elphaba checked that they were on cam 2, so I sent proof that they're on cam 2. Big up, Irish, love you. And then Elphaba proceeded to have a crash out. And it just struck me as, I want to make sure I'm being cam 2 so that plenty of people are watching.
Yeah. Hi, how are you? Okay,
This is
I'm glad
apparently
I'm out of this
why that
situation.
Jade is after Elphaba, because Elphaba rejected him after they rubbed up Elphaba's leg.
I hate Jade, no offense. Like, as in, like, Jade Farmer.
Where's Heather gone?
She popped down to do something.
Oh, sorry, I needed a wait.
So can I just confirm something? And hi, Ailey, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Can I just confirm? So did she ask you your age when you started
Who,
talking?
me?
Yeah.
No, didn't ask for age, nothing.
Was
Okay.
Elphaba aware that you were 17, babe?
No, so Elphaba has modded me last year as well when I was 17. This was like summer time, May time, maybe. I don't really remember. I know it's like that kind of time. And I got modded and I got messages. Well, I messaged Elphaba first and then I was sending like Elphaba kind of messages and everything. Like that, it was really my fault from the start because like I knew Elphaba was 20. So I take the blame for messaging Elphaba first. But Elphaba has said to people that I'm not underage and never spoke to me while I was underage when Elphaba did because
And
I was 17. I didn't turn 18 until October last year.
please
Don't
don't
blame
blame
yourself.
yourself for that, by the way. Please do not blame yourself for that. That's not your fault at all.
No, like I'm gonna like some take the blame because I'm not gonna act like a victim like this person has like been
I
me.
thought I'd add this
I'm
one
gonna call
so
it.
those that would find it funny could have a giggle.
Yeah, I
Yeah, well,
appreciate
yeah, this
you
is
don't want to be a victim. It's just I feel like it is Elphaba's responsibility to be checking that moderators are of age. So it's really not your fault.
Well, it's like Moss says, I'm pretty sure I remember Alpha celebrating that Ailey turned 18 and said now they can club.
Oh, I actually have no idea. I haven't spoke to Elphaba. I took a like I didn't speak to Elphaba after that. Like I was doing my own thing, like every other 17-year-old should do. And then I spoke to Elphaba like after like November time last year again, and I was sending kind messages again, and I was 18 at the time because I obviously turned 18 in October, like last year. So I was sending Elphaba like kind messages again, and I was like, "Oh, I'm here for you, everything." And then all of a sudden, like Elphaba kept talking to me because I kept sending gifts. Every time I didn't send a gift on a live stream or wasn't there to mod, um, Elphaba just didn't speak to me for like a month.
How much did you gift them, if it's okay to ask Ali?
I have no idea because it was like gifts. So it was like hand hearts all the time. So I have no idea how much I gave Elvira.
Right.
It's just very narcissistic behavior, isn't it? Just giving people the silent treatment or everything that they've done. It's just very narcissistic.
That
Yeah,
is one of the
yeah, I
things
know.
that we're trying to show here is the depth of narcissism and manipulation and the lengths that they will go to. So it's like they said that I purposely buy non-sharp mms and then says, oh, I feel terrible, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah. And these cycles as
Yeah.
well is a very narcissistic trait. The cycles they go through of
I just want to grab. So Alex Duncan said, I remember the bullying of a mod who was having chemo. Hi. That's
She's here,
me.
my love.
This was at cam tours in general. So if you're a cam tour, you triggered them.
apparently Elphaba is saying that they are calling the police because obviously we're all breaking the law right now, which we are not.
Elphaba
Oh.
or Kelly or Maria, whichever one of you delightful little are listening. I just want to remind you of one thing. You don't know my name. You literally think my name is Robin.
But also the fact that nobody is breaking the law here. There is no laws being broken. You're wasting more police time. You're now at the point of calling the police on a daily basis. It's ridiculous. Stop wasting their time.
This is also about the child next to them. It's apparently the reason everyone's got a problem with it is because they're trans.
Over.
Of course, that
Okay.
would be their go-to excuse.
Is there any confirmation that he took pictures of the neighbours' children?
No,
Okay.
that's the first I've heard of that one, I will be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, if it saved me to go to the police, I will happily go to the police about it. The housing thing, I believe, is what I don't know how to say that. I'm so sorry. Juan said, in the term of DV, and saying that it was because of Elphaba, Maria. Sorry. So apparently, yeah. So here you go. They said and admitted that they're panicking because Juan was in Riley's live.
I think that
Now,
was the truth as well, to be honest, because it's interesting that suddenly we didn't hear anything about Maria. You know, there was no
I
mention, there's
know
no
that
visiting.
Maria did block Elphaba after Elphaba moved to the first location that set fire, and they didn't speak for about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I didn't find out any more than that, but I managed to find that out.
it just all adds up, doesn't it? Just suddenly we don't hear a single word about Mother
Yeah, so I
Dearest.
would personally believe that they probably used Maria and Maria found out kind of thing.
Or Maria was in on it and sent a letter because she wanted Elphaba out the house. Could be either way, I guess.
Quite possibly.
Because we all saw how fed up she was. You know, the saying that she couldn't, Elphaba couldn't sing anymore and things
Sorry
like
for
that.
the wobbly screen.
It's not even
Was
that.
yes,
Like,
sing. I use
Maria
that
did
term
all the
loosely.
cleaning.
But this is also going to get flagged as a whole transphobic attack and everything, and I have not mentioned anything about Elphba's gender in the entire time of this. I have not attacked or gone saying that they're not or anything like that. I've just simply said how I was introduced to Elphaba and showing the messages.
Violet, my love, you do not need to do that here. He is not trans.
No, but I know Elphaba will use it. And for that reason, I want to remind everyone that I have not said anything in regards to the gender. I haven't said anything bad or anything that's saying that they are or aren't.
Yeah, you have done nothing wrong. You've literally done nothing wrong.
This is in reference to that Jade person again. Riley, you got a little shout out there? Yeah, to the people in the comments, like you know, you're welcome to obviously say what you want to say, but the reason I'm actually being careful is so Elphaba can't use the transphobic thing. What I say in comments at different times or whatever is a whole different thing, but for the sake of this live, I'm behaving.
Well, I'll say what I have to say. I don't care if I get pissed on you.
I think it's just the best way to be, just to not allow them. I mean, they're going to use that excuse anyway, but at least if they have nothing to back up them using that excuse, then you know you've done nothing.
Sorry, that is bigger than what the others are, so. But I think we already touched that one in a way. What date was Wednesday? Hang on. No, so it would have been the 6th. So that's the night they did the Crash Out Live, was the 6th. Now, bearing in mind they got hospitalised, kept in overnight, bandaged. I don't know if I can let guests up. Emma, when you've got a sec, Eros is asking to come up. But I just find it awful that obviously this person has done all this on live, and as you can see, the only marks are in their armpit, and that is from their skin condition. I can't remember the name of it, sorry. But that is literally the only mark on them. Now, considering they told me they were hospitalised.
Eros, I do apologise. I've got limited boxes. I've only got one left, and I'm going to give it to Heather Love. I do apologise.
I can drop down. That's no problem. I can drop down.
Are you sure, Creators?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Thank you for having me. You all done amazing. You've done a great job. Well done for being so brave.
Thank you.
And I hope you're okay. But love to everybody, and thank you everyone in the comments. Thank you for the gifts as well. It's all very kind of you. And I'll be in the comments.
I'll send you. You're amazing. I hope you're okay, girl. See, what entertained me in a messed up way about this is I need this ADHD autism diagnosis. It just bothered me how you need it, and no, Kelly Andrews is very much Elphaba's little minion. If Elphaba isn't watching, Kelly is. All these messages were to me. Yeah, so we've lied about the police, we've lied about the SH and stuff like that. And as Elphaba is aware, 17 is still a child. It is a minor. They are not classed as an adult. So when they were speaking to Ailey at 17 years old, when it don't work in their favour, funnily enough, they dismiss it. Rich, I don't know if we have any rogues that could remove them. Your best bet is to spam the chat, possibly. You're gonna have to word it very well though, because all of the stuff to alert that minors are gifting are in keywords to stop people being able to announce that there's minors.
Ow.
And this is just another example of the private messages that I received from Elphaba. The manipulation, the narcissism of telling me this stuff to make sure that the victim card was very heavily played. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I personally don't have SH past. I have, however, witnessed it. I have unfortunately had a close friend back when I was a lot younger go through it, and I did help them. You know, I would help clean, bandage and whatever. I sat with them when they went to hospital when it was a bit too much. I think you get my gist on that one. I've very much seen the dark side of self-harm. And again, we're transphobic from Elphaba, saying that Jenny is not a woman. Now, those who don't know Jenny, the one that's behind the posters, she is very proudly and said that she is trans, so the transition from male to female. And Elphaba is very transphobic against Jenny regarding their transition. But don't forget, Elphaba runs with the transphobia, like transphobia, everything's transphobic, yet they are transphobic themselves. I almost laughed in a messed up way when I saw this, but in the term of, I can't believe they just said that. Considering how much they use transphobia so heavily, like everything's transphobic. If you look at them funny, you're transphobic. If you breathe funny, you're breathing at them funny because you're transphobic. But yet they are transphobic. And yeah, misgendering as well. But don't forget, their mental health's so bad, but they're bragging about how they attacked people in replies to comments. When the videos are posted, when this one's posted, I will add the comments that they were arguing in. But a case of don't dish out what you can't give. But Elphaba is very much known for mouthing off, and then whenever anyone retaliates or stands up against them, the first thing they do is get a deliberately blunt utensil. He is talking to me in these messages. Oh, there you go. Posters for fingerprints, everyone. I know so many of you love this one. We have forensics been called in, so you lot better behave. But bear in mind, the police apparently didn't care. They took one look at the posters and walked on. Oh yeah, don't forget the sandwich bags, everyone, please. So apparently they took the posters for fingerprints, but they didn't care and took one look and walked on. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you lot, but it certainly didn't to me. And that is more on Jenny. And again, misgendering. And please note, if he goes near a baby, a child, a woman, sorry, yeah, we'll go for the baby and child first, because that's the first thing that come in our brain. Better add a woman in there to sound good. I will them. So, Elphaba, if you want me to go to the police, I mean, I can. Won't do good for you, though. I mean, threats to unalive people and stuff like that. Yeah, will it be with the butter knife, or will it be with... Oh, I love TikTok Shop, 20% off. Or will it be with the deliberately blunt ones? So the image is of Elphaba. Elphaba is... See if I can get my cursor. There. And Jenny had took a picture of them. And it is, I believe, on Jenny's TikTok.
Thank you for letting me up. And firstly, Violet and Ailey, you've done incredible work. And Ailey, I'm so sorry that you are being targeted right now.
Oh, there we go. Hello.
Hey,
Thank you
Heather.
very much. I'm so glad I'm out of that situation.
I've got a couple of questions if you don't mind, Violet.
Yeah.
So you were around for the cease and desist. I heard rumours that he apparently was really afraid of that. Was there no mention of it whatsoever at all?
No mention of it, but he did go quiet, and obviously he did stop singing for a couple of days until he discovered if it was true or not.
Okay. Did he mention
What's
anything
that?
regarding whether it was true or not?
No.
No. Okay. Did he make any comments about being worried? Because he changed from singing with the background like he normally did to doing it with like karaoke versions.
No.
No. Okay.
Very quiet about the topic. I think they just were able to figure out if it wasn't real or not.
Okay. So did he have? Because no, it's not all I wanted. Sorry, was it, babe? So did he mention about having a server turn up at 6 a.m. that morning or anything like that? Because I'd have thought that he couldn't keep his mouth shut about something like that.
No.
Okay. My next
They
question.
will all be posted in order. I'm sorry, I know this is all a bit scrabbled. This is from a person that was a mod for about 2 hours. I think they lasted, bless them.
Okay.
For anyone who's wanting to see some of the screenshots, they are posted on my main account, Heathercam2. If you go over there, there's voice recordings on there as well. So it's the in me most. I'll go pin them if I have to.
Well done. Is he aware that children are gifted? Because you've mentioned that obviously he's aware that in the blocked
Yeah,
words
it
there are
is a
minors.
case of it's not my fault. My life's set to 18 plus, and the parents should be watching them on their devices and all of this, basically.
Do we know the ratio of children versus adults gifting him at all?
More children than adults.
Yeah. Okay.
It's probably something along the lines of 70% minors to 30% adult.
And I've got a quick question for you, Adi. I hope you don't mind. Um, I think I remember him celebrating your 18th. Is that what did that happen? Did he say like happy 18th?
Celebrate my 18th.
Yeah, when you turned 18, did he not say something like, "Oh, happy birthday, Lee," or anything like that?
No, I swear down.
No. Are you aware of any mods currently that are minors?
No, I actually do not know any other mods. I actually really don't. I only know one, which was Chattercat, and she's autistic.
Okay. Did he ever have a group chat for you guys, or was it always on an individual basis that he would talk to you?
Individual. Apart from me and Ailey and Kelly, he doesn't particularly have much conversation with others outside of TikTok.
Okay. And these conversations, were they on TikTok or were they on Instagram?
Mine were a bit of everywhere: WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok. They say that they use Instagram the most.
Okay. So he has got access to your telephone number and that.
Yes,
Does he?
but that has been blocked on my part.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try and word this because I want to be very sensitive in how I do this. Some of what you've said, Violet, is a very predatory way of thinking on his behalf regarding minors and children. Now, I understand that he stated that he was groomed at a certain point. Do you think he's aware that he is grooming children within his lives to get gifts? Do you think he's actually aware of that, or do you think
He is
that?
absolutely aware of what he is doing. Absolutely aware.
And with the fact that they were on live playing Roblox with minors multiple times before, I would say without a doubt.
Is that still happening? Do we know?
I have heard from Elphaba that they do sometimes go on it, but they don't do it on live because of the hate that they got. If that is true or not, I don't know. I mean, with Elphaba, everything you hear is pretty much with a pinch of salt.
Okay. Um, Sorry, I got a phone call. I had to hang up on it. Sorry, I do apologise. So he shows very much that he's a predator, not just for grooming for financial reasons, but in other things that have been released. Has he ever really truly admitted to anyone the depths that he's gone to in regards to other apps that he's used? Because we're aware of other apps historically that he used.
The only one I really know of is that Yobo one, because apparently it's an app for minors, and
Yeah.
Elphaba said about that, but that was more in the term of someone using that against them more than Elphaba using it.
Does Elphaba use Snapchat?
I believe so.
Sorry.
I don't have it, so I don't use it myself, but I'm 99% sure that there has been mention of Snapchat before, and people leaking Snapchat messages or pictures and stuff before.
I do know she's got a public profile on Snapchat as well. She posts stories on there here and there. It's not too often, but she still uses it a little bit.
Okay. I know that recently he's mentioned about people on some mods having to show IDs, their real name, and do a video. Has he ever done that to anyone else, or is this a new thing since it's come out? Obviously, you've gone against him, and Ailey's gone.
It started around the time that they last tried their Discord, and it all went wrong. They asked for people to do photo ID to get into the Discord.
Okay, is that Discord still going?
No, that got completely ambushed.
Good, I'm glad to hear that.
Sorry guys, I am going to have to start rotating the boxes, do you know what I
That's
mean?
fine.
Everyone wants to have a say. Because like Riley and Angry Irish haven't really spoken.
That's fine. I just want to say I've just been told that apparently we're being cam tooed, so make sure that we all wave to the people doing it.
Hi.
I know that Yap said that she was going to be cam tooed for a bit, but if it's Elphaba, then hi.
I've just got one final question. Do we know if he's having any private conversations with any other individuals other than his mods?
That's being discussed in the background, Eros.
Yes, there are some supporters that I know Elphaba does speak to privately.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for having me up. I'll go so other people can come in. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay,
and good work.
Okay, so Angry Irish and Riley, you know, how are you feeling? You know, Ali's right there for you, and so's Riley.
I just want to ask, obviously we know sort of the severity of when she would kick off at you guys. How often would she, have a go at you guys?
When I was back as Robin, multiple times in a week. As Violet, because I weren't as tolerant and stuff like that, whenever Alpha tried to mouth off to me, I'd pretty much say to him, right, you can mouth off and that's fine, but I'll leave, and you're the one who's going to suffer because you're going to have a chat full of hate. So they didn't as much, not for me.
Oh, okay.
If you stand up to Elphaba, they will stop. But when they think that they can play and manipulate, then they will. Yeah, see, you are one I don't know much about. All I know is when I told Elphaba that you've got like Heather and Riley and Irish cam too kind of thing, but that is as far as you were ever mentioned. Elphaba would never really respond to it or talk about it. I don't particularly know anything about you from Elphaba at all. When I asked who you were, Elphaba said I don't know. Like, that was as far as it went. Sorry, Heather ruined what you were saying with her little inappropriate comment. Yeah, it was a case of, I don't know who they are, we need to find. So that was basically Alpha wanting me to do the whole digging, who you are, your address, if you have kids, where your kids go to school, la di da. But I just didn't respond to that, and then that was the last of it.
That's one way to say it. Hey everyone. I've been dragged up, so hey everyone.
Yes, Inspector. I was asked to find out everything about you.
See, that's interesting. I think that goes to be that goes to the getting other people to do their dirty work for them.
It was always for me to do it, kind of thing. Like Elphaba would never search it. It's not on live that they will go, "Oh, find out what you can and send me the evidence and stuff." Elphaba wouldn't go out their way to look for it.
Yeah, it's a manipulation tactic so that they can be like, "Oh, my hands are clean. It's everybody else."
Yeah, so they technically didn't, do the whole digging and finding out where they live and stuff like that. So if it did come down to a police case, Elphaba would be theoretically fine from that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the sister, as far as I'm aware, is not real. I did ask Maria, and she said Elphaba does not have a sister.
Can I just interject? I do apologise, but there's something I really want to ask you. What was Elphaba's opinion on Bambird?
Oh, she hates BB. It is a case of I want to know everything about that person. So it's been going on since Robin, and even as Violet, Elphaba's asked me to get a lot of information. I will admit that Elphaba did try to find where BB was. They went through the post, and apparently BB and visited somewhere or something, and they were trying to look for a radius. And they were like, they probably live within 30 minutes of this area, and sent me this screenshot or something. Problem is, it's so long ago, my memory's hazy on it. But they were desperate to find out where BB lived, or at least BB's real name. I'm just going to turn my camera off because the rest of the screenshots will be posted, just so, because otherwise I'm going to keep showing the other ones again.
It just basically confirms what we all knew, really, innit?
Yeah, there is desperation of Elphaba wanting to know about Bambird. Like, the rest of them aren't necessarily relevant. I'm sorry, Riley, Heather, or even Irish, but BB is the one that they want to take down. That's why, like, when anything happens, BB. It's always BB. Jump straight to BB. BB's fault. BB's involved. BB helped him. BB must have been behind it.
We're not relevant enough? Damn.
BB Bambird.
I know, damn.
Joshy, I'm sorry, you have never been mentioned.
No. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is.
It's because he's a man. Can you explain what the obsession is with coming for women, but never coming for the male awareness side? Has he ever said anything about that?
No, I would love to be able to give more depth on that, but no. I mean, it's like with Riley, I got told to find out his name and where he lived, and that was as far as looking into Riley was asked of me. But with things like Heather, they said they are aware that Heather has children, and asked me to find out the ages of Heather's children, which I found quite interesting. And then that was it on Heather. But Jenny Johnson and Bambird are definitely the top two on Elphaba's hit list.
Interesting.
My children are 5, 4, and 2. There you go. Take with that information what you will, Elphaba.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that. That was all they asked.
Because he would have wanted to know if they are in school, and he would have wanted to know which school they're in, which by all means do that, because then I'll be taking a one-way ticket down to London. I won't be doing this on live. I'll be coming to your house, and I'll be, let's just say, doing unspeakable things to your face.
And I think
by all means.
Hasn't been mentioned either.
When it comes to my kids, if he tried doxing their school or any kind of way, it wouldn't be a post on TikTok, it'd be, right, whatever, that's it, train to London. Bitch, you forget, your address has been leaked. So I will be seeing you in London, and I will be ultimately smashing your face in, because you do not mess with a mum and her children.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think
Yeah,
he
nothing's
realises
been
the
said about
thing.
Stormy. I only actually recently found out about Stormy myself from the cam tours.
What does he think of me?
Ironically, you're Maria's favourite. Elphaba hasn't mentioned you, but Maria has.
Aha, have it, Jammy. If you come to us, have it, lads. I'm the favourite.
No, Jamie ain't been mentioned either. There was nothing about Jamie. It
Well,
is mainly the females in the term of do they have kids, where do they live, and stuff like that. It's very in depth usually when there is a female involved against Elphaba.
it's to weaponize the children against the mothers. That's what it is.
Catalina, I do have a husband. I'm sorry. I don't mean to disappoint you.
Me and Violet are 100% top 5 now.
Oh yeah, I mean Elphaba hasn't even actually done the whole "oh my mods betrayed me" and all of this speech. It's been very hush hush.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently he is scared of children. He's traumatized of them. Sorry, should I say? No, I don't know who Super is. Sorry.
Scared of children. Okay. I don't know
Someone
why.
said, "Does Riley have any questions?"
Not really, no. It's kind of answered everything that we've been asking.
I think they feel like you're very quiet for how much you normally rant.
I've got to be honest with you, when it's coming to some awareness people, you need to remember that what he is claiming is happening to them. They are actually going through it. And it's not fun.
Mm. No.